Welcome back, movement lovers. Today we're thinking all things mobility. So we've got a really lovely slow flow that's a combination of a little bit of yoga, a little bit of Pilates, and just general mobility to really nourish all of your joints and get you moving slowly into 2024. So when you're ready, roll out your mat and join me in standing to begin with your hands together in a prayer position on your chest. From here, let's take our legs out a little bit wider and send the arms out to the sides. We're going to lean over to the left, place the left hand down towards the left foot and the right arm's coming up to the ceiling in a vertical line before coming back up. Let's move to the right, stretch the right arm over, lower it down towards that right foot and extend your left arm up, looking up at your hand before returning up. And again to the left, elongate your body over, send the hand down towards that left foot and the right foot up. Coming back up, and let's go over to the right side again, right hand down towards your foot. Before coming back up. Excellent. Now over to the left again. Lovely. This time we're going to circle that right arm all the way around to meet the left at the bottom, and then go back the way you just came up to the start. And over to the right, right hand goes down towards the right foot, left arm up, and then circle it round slowly, adding on that extra stretch. Reverse the direction back again, and coming back up. Let's repeat that again. Stretch to the left, left hand down to left foot, right arm comes up, circles round, all the way into the middle this time, and rolling back up to standing. Your head is the last thing to come up. Let's take it over to the right, right hand down to right foot, circle that left arm round, all the way down, bringing your hands into the middle of your feet. Before slowly tucking your tailbone in, rounding your spine and rolling back up. And repeating that once more on each side. To the left, right arm comes up, circle it round, both hands eventually going down to the floor in between your feet and rolling back up to standing. Take a breath in and breathe out, extend over to the right, lower the right hand towards the right foot, left arm up, circle that left arm round nice and slowly. Eventually both hands will come to the middle on the floor, and let's roll it back up. Excellent. Take your hands into that prayer position and just take a breath in and out. In and out. And just a moment of stillness. Okay, extend your arms out to the side. Let's dive down forward till we have a flat back, and then rotate that left hand towards the right foot. Really push on your leg to twist as much as possible, and then send it over to the other side. Right hand on left foot. Breathe in as you twist. Breathe out as you stretch to that other side. Breathe in across the middle. Breathe out to the other side. Each time you twist, really push on your foot or on your leg, whatever you can reach, to rotate your spine as much as is comfortable for you. Let's really get that spine twisting and the hamstrings lengthening. Keep swapping from side to side nice and slowly. Excellent. From here, let's bring the hands down onto the floor and just simply fold the knees down. Okay, so thinking about a little bit of hip mobility next. Come onto your right knee with your left foot forward, just a little bit in front of your left knee. Tuck your tailbone underneath. Now hold your left knee still with your right hand. Stretch your left arm up and around behind you whilst you're pressing your hips forward. Then circle your arm back to the front and extend that left leg, push your chest down to stretch your hamstring. And again, bend the left knee, hold it still with your right arm, stretch that left arm up and round behind you, push the hips forward. Take the arm back the way it came, down to extend that left knee, pressing the chest down. And again, hold your left knee still, stretch your left arm behind you, push your hips forward, stretch through your hip flexor. And then circle that arm back, extend the left knee and press your chest down to stretch your hamstring. Let's do that once more. Spiral that left arm round, push your hips forward. Return the left arm back to the start, straighten out that left leg, push your chest down. Brilliant. Okay, let's take the hands on the floor on the inside of the left foot and press your right knee at the back up off the floor. Then we're again going to spiral that left arm round and behind you and return it back down to the floor. Let's do the same with the right arm. Up and stretch behind you. Up and back down to the floor. Now push that left leg completely straight if you can. Pull your toes up off the floor. That's going to elongate that hamstring stretch. Bend the left knee down. And now I want you to see if you can get your forearms either down on the floor or as close as possible into our lizard stretch. Let's push back up on the hands and repeat again. So left arm goes back. Left arm comes back down to the floor. Right arm spirals up and back. Twist your chest. Right arm comes back down to the floor. Push that left knee as straight as possible. Get it straighter than you did the first time. Bend that left knee down. Let's go back down to our lizard stretch. Forearms down. Breathe here. Pressing back up onto your hands, we're going to slowly replace the left hand on the outside of the left leg now. Lower your left knee onto the floor and just bring your right leg in slightly so that you're sitting in this Z-sit position that I'm in. Let's now lean over that front knee, that left knee, as low as possible. Return back up. Place your hands on your head and pivot around to your right to face the other side. And then again lean over your front leg, which is now your right leg. I'm resting my head on my hands. Coming back up, hands on the head, pivot round to the left, keep the feet on the floor. And lean over that left leg. So what we're thinking about now is the mobility around the glutes as we lean over that leg. Now each time we pivot from side to side, maybe try and lower your chest a bit further down. Keep the movement soft and flowing. Breathe through, try not to hold your breath. We're trying to nourish the body here nice and slowly with this mobility. Excellent. Okay, so let's replace both feet down behind us and push up to a downward dog. Heels down. We're going to gently walk the feet a little bit, one heel up, one heel down, just mobilizing and lengthening the tissues on the backs of the legs. Excellent. Okay. Replacing both heels back down again. Hold that for a moment, stretch the back of your legs. Place your knees back down and now step your right foot forward. So right foot should be just in front of your right knee. We're going to hold the right knee still with the left arm. Swing that right arm up and around behind you, and at the same time push your hips forward, stretch through your hip flexor. Replace the right arm down, one hand either side of your leg, and push that right leg straight, push your hips back, chest down. Bend the right knee forward, hold it still with your left arm. Right arm's going to stretch behind to open up the front of that left hip. Draw the right arm back again, hands on the floor, push that right knee as straight as possible, push your chest down, really get that stretch at the back of the leg. Let's repeat again, bend the right knee, hold it still with the left arm, push those hips forward, stretch the right arm back. And draw it back to the start. Let's press our right knee straighter now to get the hamstring stretch. Fantastic. This is our last one. Bend the right knee forward, stretch that right arm back, push your hips forward. Place the hands back down on the floor, push the hips back to straighten out that right leg. Well done. Now when you're ready, bend the right knee again, place both hands on the inside of your right leg on the floor, press your left leg up straight, and take your right arm off again and stretch it behind you. Spiral the arm back to the floor, repeat with the left arm, up, over, and twist your body, look at your hand. Spiral the arm back down to the floor. Press that right knee straight again for even more hamstring stretch. Pull the toes up off the floor. Bend the right knee down, we go down to our lizard stretch, forearms down or just as close to the floor as suits your body. Really trying to get the hips nice and open here. Let's repeat that again, up on the hands, right arm spirals back, stretch it out. Right arm spirals back down to the floor and repeat with the left arm, up, over, twist, look at that hand. And draw it back down. Let's stretch the hamstring, push those legs straight, push the hips up. Bending that right knee back down and lower those forearms. And now pushing back up onto the hands, we're going to now step that right leg slightly further inwards across to the left side of your mat, so that we can lower the outside of the right knee onto the floor, both knees down now. Bring that left leg slightly in behind you, and let's start again leaning over that front right leg. Stretch your glute. Come on back up, place your hands on your head, sit up tall as you pivot around to your left, keeping your feet down, spinning them over, and lowering down over that front left leg. Lengthen up tall, take a breath in, keep your posture upright as you pivot your legs over to the side and lower down over that right leg again. This is one of those exercises that's absolutely fantastic for the mobility, not only of your glute muscles, but actually in your hip joints as well. You're really trying to actively mobilize your hips. This is our last one. Back around. Stretch forward over that front leg. And come on back upright. Swing your back leg forward so that both legs are now in front of you. And slowly roll your body down onto the floor. When you're ready, spread your arms out to the sides and place your right heel right on the top of your left knee, and then slowly rock your knees over to your left side as far as you can, aiming to get both knees as close to or on the floor as you can. Now let's slowly bring those legs back to the middle and rock them over to the other side. So keep your legs in the same position, but rock them over to your right now. Really nice. Slowly bring those legs back to the middle. let's swap sides. So now we want the left heel on top of the right knee. We're going to start by rocking the legs over to the right. We're really thinking about stretching out everything from that left hip through all of the back and up to the left shoulder and side of the chest. Then breathe in as your legs come back to the middle, and breathe out as you send your legs over to your left. Just take a few nice slow breaths in this position. And draw your legs back to the middle. Now if you straighten your left leg along the floor and lift your right leg up to a tabletop position, so 90-degree bend at the knee, grab hold of it with your left hand and gently pull it over again to your left side, thinking about getting your right knee as close to the floor as you can. Let's also slide the right arm up along the floor till it's as close to your ear as you can, and then slide it back down to where it started. Then bring your leg back to the middle and hug your right knee in towards your chest now. We're doing a gentle stretch through the hip joint. Placing your hands now at the back of your right leg, pull it towards you and straighten it up as much as possible. Hold for a few seconds, bend the knee and rest, then repeat. Hold for a few seconds, bend the knee and rest. Just getting that lovely hamstring lengthening. Place that right leg back down and let's repeat everything with the left leg. So lift the left leg up to tabletop. Take it with your right hand and gently pull it over to your right side down onto the floor. Then draw your attention to your left arm. Palms still facing up. Slide it up along the floor till it's up by your ear. We're opening out the chest and shoulder a bit more. And then slide it back down again to where it started. Once you've done that, rotate your hips back to the middle and gently hug your left knee in towards your chest. Then place your hands at the back of your leg, pull your leg closer towards you while straightening it as much as you can. Again, holding for a few seconds, then resting and repeating. You're gently lengthening out the tissues through your hamstring. And you might feel this all the way down through your calf as well. Brilliant. Place that leg back down and bend both knees now. We're going to hug the knees in towards your chest and we're going to slowly rock up to sitting. So let's take a few rocks all the way before coming right up onto the tailbone and planting your feet down. Now continuing with a few more twists for the spine, sit with your left leg out straight and cross your right leg over the top of your left leg, planting your right foot on the floor. Hold onto your right knee with your right hand and swing your left arm back and behind you and place it on the floor. Then lower your elbow on the floor and send that right arm up towards the ceiling, extending your back, lifting your chest. Then place the right arm back onto that right knee. Circle the left arm round to replace it on the right knee, and now stretch your right arm behind you and look over that right shoulder. You've planted your right hand onto the floor. Circle the right hand back. Right hand gets the right knee. Left arm circles back, plants on the floor. Forearm goes down and the right arm comes up. Look up at that arm, extend your spine. Right hand goes back on the knee. Left arm circles round, grabs hold of the right knee. Right arm circles back, place it on the floor and look behind you. Right arm circles back. And before we do our other side, stretch both legs forward and fold over your legs, reaching down towards your feet. Breathe in and out. Okay, slowly coming back up. Okay, so now we're crossing the left leg over the right. Hold your left knee with your left hand. Circle your right arm back, plant it on the floor, lower your forearm down, and then send your left arm up, extending your spine. Push your chest up towards the ceiling. Left hand comes back on the left knee, right arm circles around, grabs hold of the left knee, left arm circles back, plant it on the floor and look behind you. Let's continue this lovely flow. Left hand goes back on the knee, right arm circles back, hand on the floor, forearm on the floor, and the left arm comes up to the ceiling. Extend your back, look up at your hand, lift your chest. Left hand goes back on the left knee, right arm circles round, grabs hold of the left knee, left arm circles back, hand on the floor, and look over that shoulder. Let's bring the left arm back. Uncross your legs, and we're going to turn over now onto our front. So come on down to lying on your front. Now to work through a little bit of spinal extension, first of all, just simply prop yourself up on your forearms and shine your chest forward. This is quite a gentle version of the cobra stretch. Going into our scorpion stretch, take your arms out to the side like a T shape and lift your left leg up and back over the right side of your body. Bend your knee, place your foot on the floor. And then repeat on the other side. Reach that right foot behind you onto the floor, bend your knee, open up that side of your hip. Now come back to the middle. Let's see if you can push up to a full cobra stretch right up on the hands. Although if this is not comfortable, you can stay on your forearms, of course. Going back to our scorpion stretch, left leg swinging over the back. Come back to the middle and repeat with the right leg. And back to the middle. Let's push up to that cobra stretch again. Shine the chest forward. Now tuck your toes under, send your hips up and back to a downward dog. Now we're going to start to venture into a few stretches that are a little bit more yoga focused now. We're going to come down into our plank, lower the chest back down again, flatten the feet and again shine the chest up to our cobra position. Tuck the toes under and again send the hips up and back to a downward dog. Place your heels down if possible. Now this time let's push up on the tiptoes and roll the body forward into our high plank. We're going to go through chaturanga and up dog before tucking the toes underneath and sending it back to a downward dog again. Hold for a breath. Then push up on the toes again, ripple the spine forward down to our high plank. Bend the elbows down, chaturanga, pushing up to upward facing dog. And then tucking the toes underneath and sending the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Hold for a breath. Send it up onto the toes, ripple the body forward to high plank, down to chaturanga, up to upward facing dog. Hold for a moment there, shine the chest forward before tucking the toes underneath, sending the hips up and back to downward facing dog. And breathe. Ripple the spine forward to high plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Tuck the toes, send it back to downward facing dog. Press those heels down if you can. Slowly place your knees down and sit back into a child's pose. Just rest here for a moment. Let's slowly come on back up and turn into a pigeon stretch to work on some glute mobility. So let's start with our right leg forward, cross it across your mat so your right knee is on the right side of your mat and your right foot is on the left side of your mat. You can either extend your chest upwards or you can fold forward, as I'm doing now, onto your forearms. you should feel a stretch around your right glute and hip. Breathe with me. In, out. In, out. Okay, let's ease out of that leg. Turn around to face the other side. And let's get into our pigeon stretch with the left leg forward. Again, maybe you want to start with the chest upright, pushing up on your hands, before slowly melting down onto the forearms. And breathe. In, out. In, out. Fantastic. Let's slowly come out of that stretch. And that concludes our lovely, slow, nourishing mobility session. So join me just sitting in cross-legged if that's comfortable for you, with your hands in a prayer position in the center of your chest. Close your eyes and just spend the last few moments thinking about your intentions for the rest of the day, or maybe the day after. I've absolutely loved having you here with me. Thank you so much, and I shall see you next time.